I think it was me more so being anxious to get in the ring
Yeah.
since I've been training for a year already.
Okay.
So I was more so ready to just get in the ring more so than anything. And it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot though. So you know, I went in there and I took the fight on 3 days notice at 160. I fight at 145.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, so I weighed in. I actually weighed in at 150, and the rehydration for me was really hard. So
Oh, gotcha.
I actually went in at 150, so I didn't gain any weight. I went in at what I weighed in at. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
it was pretty tough, man. It was pretty tough.
Hey, quick shout out to our primary sponsor for this episode. It is Peter Harrett. He's the author of The Rings of Hesaurun, and here's an excerpt from his book. Check it out.
The steadily intensifying rumble echoed through the river valley. Pierce stared in that direction, but the sound offered not a single clue to its source or the cause. Lauren, his wife, and their 3 children joined him on the high bank, all searching the murky sky as one. A mixture of wonder and dread of the unknown filled their hearts. As it neared the ground, the sound grew exponentially, roaring, snapping, popping, and shaking the bones of the small group of onlookers. Then the low-hanging clouds started glowing, radiating yellow light on the snow-covered grasslands. To the family, it seemed as if the sun was falling to earth. They watched in horror as a fireball broke through the glowing clouds and streaked to the ground. As it struck, the object threw up a frightening plume of earth and snow, followed by a deafening boom. The concussion wave that followed sent them reeling. Their world shook violently, and snow fell from the trees around them as they struggled for balance.
Donnell, you're a dad, you're a dog owner, you're an MMA fighter, man. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for having me on. Like I said.
Yeah, dude, I love to go back with my guests, kind of just open up the door for so people realize that we're just all real people. Where did you grow up? What was childhood like for you?
Oh man, it was pretty easy. It was pretty relaxing. I grew up a little bit most of my life in California, so I'm from California originally.
Okay.
And we moved out here around the time I was starting high school.
Okay.
So I've been here back and forth between California here and Arizona since the time I was 18, and just settled in here over the last 8 years.
Okay. Nice, man. And I've had a couple of fighters from your gym out there, Cies MMA on my show, including Barb Outlaw and Devon Thornton, man. The gym is just full of warriors, dude. How did you get connected with the gym, and what's it like to train there?
Man, I just got up one day off the couch and was like, I'm actually just go learn Jiu Jitsu.
Okay.
I didn't even go in there with the intentions of fighting. I just went in there and I told him I was wanting to learn Jiu Jitsu. Get back into getting in shape and stuff. And I started to do that for a while. And then after so long, he was just like, you want to come in the room? And I was like, yeah, so it gave me an opportunity to come in the room and I just fell in love with it. I've been in there ever since.
Come on, man. And then, speaking of opportunities, you had this opportunity to fight last weekend. You make your MMA debut on 3 days notice, man. Most people would want a little bit of a longer notice on their MMA debut. First off, you're a warrior, dude, for stepping into the cage. Well, why did you decide to take that fight on 3 days notice? And what was your debut experience like, man?
I think it was me more so being anxious to get in the ring.
Yeah.
Since I've been training for a year already. So I was more so ready to just get in the ring more so than anything. And it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot though. So, I went in there and took the fight on 3 days notice at 160. I fight at 145.
Oh my God.
And so I weighed in. I actually weighed in at 150. And the rehydration for me was really hard. So
gotcha.
I actually went in at 150. So I didn't gain any weight. I went in at what I weighed in at. So
oh my God.
it was pretty tough, man. It was pretty tough.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine. And, you know, I'm not a fighter, and I've heard just the horror stories of the weight cut process and
Yeah,
rehydration process, man.
yeah.
Like, you guys are top-notch warriors when you go and do that. Hey, guys, I hope that you're enjoying the show today. Quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Military True Crime Addict. Look, if you're searching for a podcast about crime relating to actual life events of military personnel, veterans, family members, and those associated with the military in any way, then you've come to the right place. We welcome you to the Military True Crime Addict, where they will be exploring a plethora of actual true crime stories that have not been reported on or by news outlets or media. Stories that upon hearing you will be astounded by. History should have been told and reported on long ago. There will be detailed stories that touch on topics such as assault, harassment, sexual preference, abuse of power, murder, hazing, rape, and all stories that in some way relate to our military veterans and their extended families. They provide voice to the victims and hear their side of the story. They will raise awareness of the heinous crimes and those most impacted. You do not need to know anything about military to enjoy this podcast. Their listeners can hear original true crime stories with the specifics of what occurred. You fought for Fusion Fight League, which is a great promotion. I've had those guys on my show, a lot of fighters from that fight for that promotion out there. They're just awesome guys. The fight didn't go your way, but obviously, like you said, you learned a lot there. What's the game plan now? I mean, are you wanting to take some time off, or are you back in the gym training and you're like, hey, man, I want to get back in the cage ASAP?
Oh yeah, I'll be back in the gym today, man.
Nice.
We want to get a jiu-jitsu tournament in here soon. Probably maybe 1 or 2 jiu-jitsu tournaments in here soon. That's my thing. I need to work on my ground game a lot more.
Okay.
I'm a pretty good stand-up guy.
Okay.
So, that was the mistake I made in my debut fight. I should have just stayed standing up with the guy, and I actually took him down, and he got a triangle on me. He was 6'3", so.
Oh, wow.
He was pretty long limbs, man. So I'm only 5'8".
Okay.
So I took him down. I should have took him down. We should have stayed up and did it like that. But it's like I said, it's my first fight.
Sure.
Nerves, all of that stuff. So I definitely learned from it, man.
Yeah. I mean, what were you feeling backstage? Were you feeling scared or nervous at all before you walked out?
I guess so. Yeah, it was just like, man, I'm about to do this in front of people for the first time.
Right.
It's a lot different than me just being in a room with the fellas.
Sure.
And us just going to work. I'm actually out there to perform, and people are watching, and that kind of struck a nerve.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be ready for it next time, though, man. I'll definitely be ready for it next time.
Oh, that's sweet, dude. And mental, fighting is such a mental game as much as it is a physical game. Like, what do you do to train on the mental side of things, man?
That's actually what we talked about. Because like I said, I went into the fight and I was, so worried about the crowd. I went away from the game plan. So we're actually that's my thing going into my next fight, working on my game plan and sticking to my game plan when I get in the cage.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that, man. And for me, morning routines, they're just huge for me. They help set the tone for the day.
Yes,
we're
sir.
talking at 6 a.m. on a Monday, and
Yes,
talk about
sir.
dedication, man. You jumped on a phone call with me last minute
Yes, sir.
And I'm so appreciative of you. But what's your morning routine look like, man?
So I actually work.
Okay.
So I probably wake up about 5:45, 6 o'clock in the morning. Get ready for work. I work about 7 in the morning.
Okay.
So I'll have breakfast. I'll make myself a little breakfast, and then head out for work. I let the dogs out and stuff. Yeah, I actually own 3 dogs. So
okay.
I take care of them in the morning, let them, do their thing in the morning before I head out.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much typically my mornings.
Okay. I wanted to do a transition to some fun questions here real quick. I've got these things called pod decks. They're just random questions, man. So we're going to pull one out and hopefully it's not a flop, dude. We'll see what it does. This one says, if you were stranded on a desert island and you could choose one person to keep you company or animal, what would it be?
One person or thing to keep me company? Man, I'd have to say Kobe Bryant.
Okay. Man, that guy's a legend, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And that
Get
guy.
So much knowledge from him.
Yeah.
And he's, oh man. He's a legend, man, and he played so much of a big part of my childhood. You know,
Okay.
Man, he was great, man. He just everything he said. You know, he took practice serious. He even took practice serious. So, you know, that's why I said I'm going to take a different approach to practice as well. Now, talking with Barb back after my fight, and I told her I'm going to take a different approach to practice as well. So it's going to be different my next fight, man.
Come on. I love it, man. I'm excited for it. So when you're not training, you're not fighting, like, what are you doing for fun, man?
I play video games, walk the dogs. You know, I try to get in extra practice with the guys if I can. Me and my friends, we actually just started a podcast. I missed it this week, the first few weeks from training, but they actually just started a podcast we do on Sundays. So I mean, I just little stuff, man, just little stuff to keep me busy, man, to keep me out of getting in trouble, or, you know, stuff that I shouldn't be doing, you know?
Yeah. What's the podcast called?
It's called we got a group chat, and it's just, I forget what the group chat is called, but it's the same name as our group chat. I'll actually send it to you in the DM later so you can check it out.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I want to make sure I share that link so folks can go and check it out for sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And me being like, I just love music, man. So I'd love to ask the question, like, what's a favorite type of music for you, or what's a favorite band or group for you, man?
I'm actually a big Nipsey Hussle fan. Hussle. Yeah. I'm like a big Nipsey Hussle fan. I like a lot of music though, but you know, to get me in my mode, that's where I go to. Nipsey. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, he's so good, dude. And his lyrics are just, man, I think his music is super, super awesome. And
so much meaning.
I'm fairly new to him over the last year, probably since his death. Unfortunately, that's where I first came across him, and I was like, dude, this guy's legit, man. He's got some awesome lyrics, man. And so pretty new to him, but man, he is top notch for me. One thing I wanted to do is give you an opportunity to give a shout out to coaches, teammates, anything like that, man. The video's all yours, bro.
Oh man, everybody at Cies MMA, Barb, Coach Mike, Chris, Robbie, everybody that went on the trip with us, Darian. You know, we went out there, and it was a pretty good bonding experience for me, man. I love those guys. And the rest of the gym, everybody supported me. Everybody ordered it, even though it didn't actually get broadcasted on the stream. My fight was actually cut from the stream. So, and everybody still ordered it. So I appreciate everybody for that. My family, my friends, they also ordered it and missed the fight. But I appreciate everybody for the support, and we will be back better, man. We will be back better.
Come on, man. Donnell, it's such an honor to have you on my show, man. Thank you for taking time out of your morning to join me. And man, I'm excited to see you in your next fight. Keep changing, man. I'm super pumped for you, man. Proud of you, and keep changing it, man. I think you're doing awesome things, man. Keep going.
Man, I appreciate you for having me on, and you guys won't be disappointed. My next time in the ring, it will be fireworks.
Thank you so much for watching the show today. I appreciate it. If you could, please leave a rating and review on our Apple podcast. The link is down below. That helps us get our message out, get the show out, helps us get ranked out there on the Apple podcast. Also, leave a comment below, man. I'd love to know what part of this show made the most impact on you. I respond to every comment on there. And please share this video, whether you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Please share it out. We want to make sure that we impact as many people as we can with the guests that come on my show, and highlight those guests and what they've got going on, and they're changing the world. So thank you so much for the time. So appreciate it. Have an awesome day.